And when you say violence, what are you referring to specifically?
Miss Heard, in her frustration and in her rage and her anger, she would strike out. She would. It could begin with a slap. It could begin with a shove. It could begin with, throwing a TV remote at my head. It could be throwing a glass of wine in my face.
Hey, Johnny Depp is the martyr men needed today. Real shit. And I mean, as horrible as this situation is, as unfortunate as it is, man, it was low-key needed to just provide a glimpse, just a little glimpse of one of the many problems that a lot of men are struggling with today here in society that usually get no acknowledgement, right? Got Johnny Depp highlighting a lot of those struggles, man, and one of the biggest struggles is how society views men and women. Society often tends to view women as the victim and the man as the aggressor, regardless of circumstances, right? And that's what we're seeing take place right in front of us, man. And if it had not been for Johnny Depp saying, fuck this shit, enough is enough, I'm about to sue this bitch for doing this to me, a lot of y'all would still be looking at this man like a monster. And clearly he's not. And what makes it worse is that all this information that's out there, all this evidence that's stacked up against Amber Heard still may not be enough. It still may not be able to bring Johnny Depp back to where he was, man. Like, the damage has been done. And some people are so emotionally attached to what they think took place that they're not going to allow Johnny Depp to get out that space. So he's going to have this type of vibe label around him for a lot of people, man. But he's doing his damnness to clean it up as best as he can. But it just highlights where we are, man. Think about if it would have taken place the opposite. Like if Johnny Depp had made these claims, or if Johnny Depp had just came out and told everyone this is going on first, no one would have taken him serious. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You know what I mean? Just because of how society is presently constructed, man. And fucked, because this has done like substantial permanent damage to Johnny Depp's name, all from a bitch's lies. You know what I mean? I thought it was a patriarchy though, right? Like a system here built for like the man's advantage. But the lies they tell, maybe it was back, 100 years ago, but it ain't that way no more, man. It's definitely not that way anymore. And I don't want to make this a us versus them thing or a man versus woman thing. You know what I mean? Because I already know me highlighting men's struggles is going to cause some viewers, some female viewers that have issues with that. It's like, I don't want it to come across seeming like the struggles women have don't matter. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just trying to bring a highlight. I'm trying to bring focus on the issues that men have today. And the fact that I need to even clean that up right there should speak volumes. But real shit, man, like, I just give you hypotheticals. Hypotheticals, man, and speaking in generalities for the majority, right? Just hypotheticals. Domestic violence call to the police is made. They respond to a house, man and a woman. No injuries, no major injuries. Maybe there may be even injuries to the man, no injuries to the woman. Police hear both sides of the story. You can't figure out who is the aggressor. The majority of the time, who are the police taking to jail? A woman cries the R word, the grape word, right? And not to shit on the actual times that takes place, but regardless, initially, no matter what the circumstances, right? If that claim is made, who is automatically the victim, who is automatically the aggressor, whether they're guilty of it or not. And in those circumstances that the man is proven to be innocent, can he ever get away from that label? Will his life ever be the same? What else? couple splits up, divorced, right? The majority of the time, who is the court going to side with? Who's gonna come out? Who's gonna have to come out their pocket? Who's gonna have to give up their house? Who's gonna have to pay alimony? Who's gonna get the kids? Who's gonna have to pay child support? 9 times out of 10, the man or the woman. Say a woman strikes a man physically. I could just say that. Say a woman strikes a man physically. What is a man supposed to do? Does he respond? Does he retaliate physically? And if he does, then how does that dynamic change? Right? And I say all that to say, I let y'all answer that shit y'all said. I'm talking about in generalities and for the majority. All these like circumstances, these hypotheticals I'm providing, these are like substantial things that are gonna affect one's life, man. Your freedom, your money, your family, your name, your reputation. Like what is more, like how much worse can that get? And so all I'm saying not all I'm saying, what I'm saying is that society, the government tends to favor the women in all these circumstances, at least initially, right? I mean, and if men were to bring focus on that fact, we get looked at as crazy because we can't be the victim, right? And subconsciously, motherfuckers' eyes, we can't be the victims, but men are constantly victims in circumstances like this, but it's never highlighted, right? Because the women are always the victims, and then they're always the victims even when they're not the victims, and then you have women take advantage of the fact that this dynamic exists. If you follow me enough, you know I'm always out here advocating for men's rights, man. And like, I'm sorry this is happening in Johnny Depp, but I'm also glad it's happening because it's gonna bring attention to what needs to be focused on. But I don't want people to just look at this like a variable, like an outlier. Like this doesn't tend to happen a lot. When it does, I mean, not specifically with the crazy motherfucker like Amber Heard, even though there's a lot of women out there that move like that, but it highlights where we are in society and how people automatically looked at Johnny Depp like he's the one that fucked up when clearly it was her. She took advantage of it and cried wolf, claimed victim, and there a lot of people bought that shit hook, line, and sinker, man. And that's what I'm trying to convey here, bro. I mean, men need their rights advocated for. I mean, just like everybody else, just like all these other groups need their rights advocated for. It ain't fair. You know what I mean? Y'all see me fucking rocking this shit. I am a masculinist. And this ain't even what this is for. Like, I made this shirt way before the Johnny Depp shit came about, but it just all falls along the lines of what the fuck I be talking about. You know what I mean? I'm a masculinist. I'm a men's right advocate, bro. Like, real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got a long list of reasons why men need their rights advocated for on the back. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just talking about this particular sect of issues right here. You know what I mean? So like, I hope Johnny Depp comes out of this, but I don't want people to just sleep on this like this don't ever fucking happen. With this always happens. You know what I mean? So yeah. That's all I got.